This is Monterrey, Casanare, a town that for 5 years, between 1948 and 1953, saw many of its inhabitants die in the partisan violence that broke out throughout the country. But in September 1953, it was the headquarters of the signing of the peace treaty that partially settled that confrontation and demobilized the so-called liberal guerillas of the Llano. Every year, the municipal mayor's office of this plainland remembers that September 1953, hundreds of men and women came down from the mountain to hand over their weapons. With the help of the Center for Memory, Peace and Reconciliation of the Bogota Mayor's Office, a walk was held in honor of those ex-combatants who laid down their weapons. A tribute with a few survivors that today agree that they never received what they were promised. At that time, this laying down of arms also allowed the municipality to be founded. The municipal anthem, intoned by children with broad smiles, largely sums up their expectations of yesterday and today. Today, the present is lived with optimism, always thinking of a better future. Father Alberto Franco, the executive secretary of the Justice and Peace Commission, ratified it in his own words. Peace and justice have always been united, and 60 years ago today, those who yearned to build peace with social justice experienced it. In the midst of llanera music, the director of the Center for Memory, Peace and Reconciliation, Camilo Gonzalez Pozo, recalled that September 1953 was an extraordinary act. The chiefs of the main guerrilla columns, led by Commander Guadalupe Salcedo, came to speak with General Alfredo Duarte and handed over their weapons. In the following 15 days, 11 more demobilizations were registered with the delivery of 9,500 weapons. Thousands of guerrillas came down from the mountains who only asked for health, school, work, and freedom. The few ex-combatants who attended the commemoration, since most of them are no longer alive, recalled that only the memories that are revived each September remain from that 1953 peace agreement. What's more, one of the old plainsmen affirmed, "This year we found out about it through a radio station. We didn't even get an invitation." For this reason, Father Alberto Franco made a necessary reflection. Almost 70 years ago, you made a decision. You said no more and faced the reality of a war that ended with the death of many llaneros. After several years, they adopted another decision, that of signing peace. Olmedo Parra is one of those ex-combatants, as well as the founder of Monterrey. He agrees that they have been forgotten. "No one sees us as they have to see us," he claimed forcefully. And then he remembered that no authority ever considered them worthy, despite the fact that at the time they were an example of peace and tranquility. On the contrary, as many regiomontunos, the people of Monterrey, were heard to say, over time those who came to rule were the peasant self-defense forces of Casanare, with Martin Llanos at the head. The current mayor, Eduardo Ballesteros, during his speech affirmed that the old combatants of the Llano guerrillas do represent an example for the new generations in Colombia, and particularly for the negotiations that are currently taking place. Before presenting a medal to each of the ex-combatants or their families, he concluded the tribute by saying, "The message I want you to take away from Monterrey is that this is a zone of peace." Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, I have quite a few more videos of the adventures that I had in my month that I've spent in Yopal, exploring the nature around the city. I got to do hikes to viewpoints, waterfalls, to the plains east of the city, as well as an adventure following the Rio Cravosur River, the most important river for the city in this part of Colombia. I also have a video, a full tour in history of the city of Yopal, as well as some other videos of the neighboring towns and cities such as Agua Azul, Toramena, and Monterrey. And all of those videos can be found in the playlist that is linked in the description below this video. And in that description, you can also find a link to another playlist that I made of the first time that I traveled through Colombia. This was on a bicycle, part of a larger trip bicycling through Latin America. And I have playlists for all those countries that I bicycled through Latin America, Eastern Africa, Central and Eastern Europe, etc., all available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. Alternatively, if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I went and everything that I got to see and do, I have that map available over at my website, followthehumoftheearth.com. Where you can click on the different locations on the map and see the various videos and blog posts that I made of these places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures through Colombia and beyond, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button below the video and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Alright, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.